is the Sabbath. Right? Go ahead. That we may set forth wheat.
That we may set forth wheat. Go on.
Making the ephah small and the shekel great.
So that's the point. The point is the new moon is the Sabbath.
Yep.
Now the word month comes from the word moon.
Right.
It said make the ephod small and the shekel great. Meaning the ephod is a weight.
Yep.
So when you got this much weight, right, and you sell, it goes down and the shekels go up.
Yep.
So your thing is to go home with an empty bag and to come home with a bag of money.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah.
So that was parabolic, you know, poetic.
Go ahead, brother.
Sirach 43:6. He made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times.
Yeah, because when you look up the word calendar in the Bible dictionary, it tells you that the Israelites followed the moon to measure their days.
Yeah, let me say something here. What does everybody heard the word month, right? What does the word month mean? Where did it come from? Thank you. From the moon, right? Oh, do we all agree? Do we got to look it up? Somebody look it up anyway, just in case somebody gets stupid. Y'all got those fancy fancy phones. Look up the word month and let's see where the word comes from. Well, the actual word itself. Actual word itself. Let's see what it says.
You got it right here.
Okay, what does it say?
All right, it goes back to Old English, Mona. Let's see.
Month goes back to Old English, Mona. Go ahead.
Greek, mene, moon, men, month. It's all the same thing in the Greek.
It means moon. All right.
And we got scripture.
So when does a new month come in? On the new moon. So when did January come in? January 1st was what? Was it on a new moon?
No, I believe it was the 11th was the new moon.
No. I'm talking about when the actual month of January came in. Was it on a new moon? No, it was not. January 1st wasn't a new moon. But yet they'll call January a month. The word month means moon. So is the moon supposed to follow the calendar? In other words, when January came in, was it supposed to adjust? Oh, wait a minute. January 1st, let me adjust. The calendar follows the moon.
That's right.
That's right.
The calendar follows the moon, not the other way around. So you got these other Israelite groups, these clowns down on 14th Street. Y'all know about them. You know about them guys on 14th Street, right? Don't you go down there on 14th Street?
14th Street.
You ain't down there today? Why not?
No.
What happened?
It fell out.
Huh?
It fell out.
What do you mean they fell out? They didn't?
Yeah, I've seen them.
They don't come out no more? When did they stop coming out?
In the summer. Second. Just in the summer.
Oh, well, it's some of them seasonal Israelites, man. It's seasonal Israelites, man. Give me in season, out of season, man. All right? See, it ain't even that cold. It's the middle of January. It ain't that cold. We know February's going to get cold, but guess what? We still going to be out here. And while we out here, they going to be doing what they're doing. See, this guy goes down to 14th Street Israelites, and the reason why he's out here today, because they ain't out here, man.
I go to the one on 42nd. They're not there either.
They're not there either? I wonder why. We got a scripture for them guys.
It's been 6 weeks that they haven't been there. Every Saturday I pass by and go there because I've been following them since summer.
Oh, okay. Well, why? Are you going to continue to follow them?
Now I want to see how long they're going to stay inside.
Okay. All right, well, good. I can tell you, when it gets hot, when it gets warm, they're going to come out. Go ahead. So that's a cut on all these clown-ass bootleg camps. And those are the same guys that'll teach you that Friday sundown and Saturday sundown is the Sabbath. Them guys down there. All right, the same guys that you don't see when they get a lick of cold. A lick of cold, they don't come out. You know? Go ahead.
2 Timothy 4:2. Preach the word. Be instant.
Oh, wait a minute. Slow down. Read it again.
Preach the word.
Preach the word. What are we doing right now? Are we preaching? What are we preaching? The word, right? Go ahead.
be instant in season.
Be instant in season. What's in season? Springtime when it's warm. That's in season. That's when you want to go out, go out with the girl or whatever. Go ahead.
Out of season.
What's out of season? Okay, so the scriptures say, preach the word, be instant, in season, out of season. When it gets nice and warm, you're supposed to be out here. When it gets cold, you're supposed to be out here. That's what the Most High said. I didn't say it. He didn't say it. The Most High said it, man. Apt to teach. All right? So the reason why those guys are not out there, because they're not men of the Most High. And if you go to any GMS video around the world, if it's cold, they're going to be out there. If it's hot, it's going to be out there, man. They're going to be out there.
And the Lord told, Paul told Timothy to endure hardness as a good soldier. Part of enduring hardness is to be out there in the elements, to be out there in the cold.
Yeah, in the war, the soldiers don't take off because it's too cold out.
Yeah.
That's right. They endure hardness, man.
Endure hardness.
Okay? Now, those same guys that we mentioned, they teach you that Friday sundown and Saturday sundown is a Sabbath. And they're going off. All of them. All these different camps that's outside of GMS, they teach you that Friday sundown and Saturday sundown is a Sabbath. So they going off.
A quick question. On the new moon, you're supposed to blow the horn, right?
Well, you know what? Back in the yeah, because you had a celebration for the new moon. You had a celebration for the new moon. You had a feast on the new moon because you're bringing in the new moon. Do you know what the memorial? You had it anyway. You can go to it. Memorial. Give me that memorial blowing of the trumpets.
Yeah,
you had it anyway.
23.
Leviticus 23.
Leviticus 23 and 23. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, In the 7th month, in the first day of the month, shall ye...
The 7th day of the month. Read again. The 7th month. Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
In the 7th month.
In the 7th month.
In the first day of the month.
In the first day of the month.
Shall ye have a Sabbath.
Shall ye have a Sabbath. All right? What's the first day of the month? The new moon.
Somebody get 1 Samuel.
That's why the word month goes back to Mona, which means the moon. Go ahead.
A memorial of blowing of trumpets.
Now, what did that represent? A memorial. The word memorial means remembrance, right? A blowing of the trumpets. So, in other words, that represented you're celebrating the all the new moons, and there's a high holy day for one day in that year. That's a memorial of blowing of the trumpets. Now, these so-called Jews, you know what they call it? They call it Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah means, Rosh means head. All right? It means head. In other words, Rosh Hashanah means the head of years. All right? They're basically saying that's the beginning of the year. But that's a lie. Because when is the beginning of the year supposed to come in? Common sense. In the springtime, right?
In the springtime, yeah.
What's the first high holy day of the springtime? The Passover. So that's really the head of years. Because hold that, brother, and give me Exodus 12. Hold it, brother. Start at the top. Yep.
Exodus 12. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months.
What's the beginning? Read on, brother.
It shall be the first month of the year to you.
Go ahead.
Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb according to the house of their father.
In other words, he's reading about the Passover. And he's talking about the first month of the year. Well, you know what? It might come in March because the Gregorian calendar is so screwed up that it might come in the end of February. Like this, the first year of the month came in this month, January, because the calendar is all screwed up. You see? But in the kingdom, it's going to be so-called March, April, around there.
Right.
End of March, beginning of April. But we're not going to use the word April and March and February.
First month, second month.
We're going to use the word the first month, the second month, the third month, the first day of the month, the seventh day of the month. Months are broken up into weeks. Exactly. Just about. Yep. Oh, go ahead.
Isaiah 66:23. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one...
Hold on. From one new moon to another, give it to me in another way. From one month to another. Like I said, the moon doesn't follow the calendar. The calendar follows the moon. All right? Go ahead.
And from one Sabbath to another shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord.
So that's plain, man. You had a question now?
What's the exact day for the Passover?
It depends on when the new moon comes in the first and the first month comes in. It depends on that. So it's going to change. It's going to change from year to year. Okay? It's going to change from year to year. Yeah.
So blow trumpets or no? Not anymore.
No, that's what you're supposed to do. In other words, we're not equipped to. We don't have a temple. Matter of fact, Hosea 3 and 5. See, we're supposed to wear fringes and border blue every day, man. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to, when it's a Sabbath, you're supposed to call your boss and say, look, when the Sabbath comes, I'm not coming in. Do that in this society, you lose your job.
But if you wear fringes,
I mean, you can, but you know what the scripture says? The scripture says, let not your left hand know what your right hand is doing. The scripture said, that's in Matthew. It's in the book of Matthew. Yep, go ahead.
You go wear some fringes to work if you want.
Hosea 3 and 5. Afterwards shall the children of Israel return and seek the Lord their power.
Because right now we're going to, in other words, we haven't returned. So we're going to return at a certain point. There's going to be a point where the Most High is going to gather his elect, and then he's going to destroy this place you call America, all right? Babylon the Great, and then the Most High is going to set up a new kingdom.
Then you can wear your fringes.
So that's when we're going to wear the fringes. You know, that's when you're going to have a guy with a full beard. You ain't going to have guys with no beards on their face. Because they're working on a damn security job. And they, you know what I'm saying?
With this, is this all right?
Not really. Not really, brother. You're supposed to have a full beard. You're supposed to let it grow.
But what if, like, mine can't really, like, if it looks all...
Well, if it can't grow, then that's in the kingdom, brother. You might have the longest beard in Israel, man. Because you're going to be mad as hell. Do you know how long Aaron's beard was? The brother of Moses? His beard went all the way down to his feet. Now that's a long beard. Now when you check out them icons, Russian icons, all those priests and all those Israelites back there painted on the wall, they all had long beards.
Quick question about Samson. I know that I said, like Paul said, that it's not proper for a man to have long hair, but since Samson...
No, he had it. Give me Numbers 6. Numbers 6.
I think Paul had it too, right?
No, Paul had it. Paul had it for a time because he took a vow of a Nazirite. Then he broke the vow of the Nazirite. Because when you take the vow of a Nazirite, you let the hair grow, and then you break it at a certain point. Samson was a Nazirite from birth until death. Okay?
Shut your clown ass up. I said it. 2 tears in the bucket. Okay.
Number 6.
I'll walk away and be
where it speaks about the laws of the Nazirite.
Numbers 6 and 5.
Now listen up.
Numbers 6 and 5. Let me start at the top.
Start at this top.
Numbers 6. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them...
Hold up. Stop right there. Why when we read these books in the first 5 books of Moses, why did it always start off, and the Lord said unto Moses? In the Hebrew, it's Wa Yahweh, Allah Ma, Al Masha, Amar, In other words, he said, and the Lord said to Moses. Sometimes it says, Wa Aharon, which is Aaron.